Organizers from the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation are calling their annual Gala Fundraiser another success. Held at the Lloydminster Exhibition Grounds, Friday night marked the 11th year the event has been hosted, and about 600 people attended. The theme was a masquerade, and guests came dressed in their best for the occasion. Organizers saying the response from the community was overwhelming.
We had to turn away over 100 people this year to attend the event, and so we grew it and still had to turn away that many people. So, which is unfortunate, but it just shows you how great this event is and the groundswell that keeps on growing for us.
Each year, members from the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation choose a cause to raise money for, and this year, we're supporting the maternity department.
And so we're really looking at doing some brand new equipment that's all about baby first and better safety and really improving the experience for all those people that use the department every year.
This year saw a large selection of silent auction items and extreme live auctions where guests could bid. Altman says her expectations for a total tally were optimistic.
Last year we celebrated our 10th anniversary where we really broke the $1 million mark what we raised at this event. And this year we're hoping to emulate what we did last year, which is hopefully raise close to $200,000.
This year's event did raise over $210,000 net for the maternity department at the Lloydminster Hospital. Well, kids got down and dirty at the Bar Colony Heritage Cultural Centre this weekend, all in preparation for Christmas. As Lauren Pullen explains, the centre's annual Christmas clay program kicked off on Saturday, showing kids what they can create with their own two hands.
Yeah, so that's what you have to do.
We'll have to find
Eleanor Shaw is sharing her love of pottery.
And it's just a lot of fun, right, guys?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
She's teaching youth at the Bar Colony Heritage Cultural Centre a whole new type of Christmas craft.
Oh, clay is fun with kids. Yeah, I've been doing this for quite a few years with my students at school, and clay and kids just seem to go hand in hand. They love to get messy and have fun.
This is the first of multiple Christmas clay craft sessions.
It takes quite a bit of time, so we're kind of starting a bit early in November so that it has time to fire and glaze and bisque and such. So
Kids here are learning the art of hand building.
Hand building is just doing everything by hand, and they're using cookie cutters and just some patterns, and they're making cups and candle holders and angels and all kinds of things. And it's just, yeah, it's fun.
With kids' primary tool, their own two hands, the craft is completely their own creation.
hand building, it's all in your control, so it's a lot nicer doing hand building than working on a wheel. And the sky's the limit in terms of the project that you want to do and what you want to work on, so it's lots of fun.
And since it's a multi-step process, starting now means this Christmas craft will be ready just in time for the holidays.
In a couple weeks, they're going to come back after it's fired and then do some painting on their work, and then we'll fire it again and should be ready for Christmas.
And for Eleanor, she thinks kids and clay are the perfect mix.
I did this last year with a bunch of kids, and it was a lot of fun. And I do it in my classroom also with kids, and I've done clay with kids in my classroom for quite a few years now.
Lauren Pullen, Newcap News.
After Halloween, people look forward to celebrating the biggest North American holiday, Christmas. Stores are already getting their decorations out, and people are planning their holiday parties. In this week's edition of Fresh Favorites, Whitney Stinson gets the inside scoop on how to make a cheese platter that is sure to be a hit at your next event.
Welcome to this edition of Fresh Favorites. With me here is Chef Corrine. Corrine, we're talking about cheese today.
Yes, we are.
Wonderful, wonderful topic. Great for entertaining and great looking forward here into the holidays. What types of cheese should be included in your basic cheese platter?
Well, you always want to have a couple of standards.
Right.
A good one is always you want to have a bit of an aged cheese. So
Okay.
a cheddar or a Gouda, a nice sharp cheese is a good place to start. And then you always want to have a goat's milk cheese or a sheep's milk cheese, something that's a little bit fresh with more of that raw flavor.
Okay.
I always like to include a smoked cheese.
Okay.
So a nice smoked cheddar or a smoked Gouda is really, really nice.
Yum.
And then for those middle of the road kind of people, you always get some of those at your party, right? A nice mild cheese with some kind of flavor is nice. So a Havarti with dill, or a nice Gouda with some black peppercorns or something like that is a great option.
Now you also have a bunch of different things paired with your cheese here. Now crackers and cheese obviously go together, bread bread and cheese, but you have almonds here. You also have some apricots. Why are those flavors complementary to the cheese platter?
Well, you always want to have something on your cheese platter that's a little bit salty.
Okay.
So olives are a great option. So are roasted nuts. Just get a whole nut and throw it in your oven with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. Really nice accompaniment. And you always want to have something a little bit sweet. Traditionally, it's some kind of fruit, so you often see grapes, but dried fruits are wonderful as well.
Okay.
Dried figs or apricots, that sort of thing.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to making my cheese platter. Thank you so much for enlightening us today, Corrine.
You're welcome.
This has been this edition of Fresh Favorites. I'm Whitney Stinson in the kitchen with Chef Corrine.
Fresh Favorites is brought to you by Harvest to Home Market, your local connection to top quality Canadian products. Visit harvesttohomemarket.ca for daily specials.
It's the first of its kind. One local farmer was out combining his corn crop today. As Peter Quinlan explains, this new discovery may change the landscape across the region.
Canola, wheat, and barley are the main crops that are grown throughout the Midwest region. However, one local farmer is broadening the spectrum.
What this is this is just a test to see that we can grow corn successfully in our area. And with the introduction of lower heat unit corn varieties, we're proving that it can be done.
Simpson has the support of other farmers in the area who want to try out a new technique that may help put local corn on the market.
Looks like it could be a cash crop that could earn us some money.
The corn that's harvested today will go completely to Husky Ethanol, who are excited to partner with these local farmers.
They've been a big push with the introduction of this, so hey, their buyers are always asking when we're going to be introducing new varieties. So.
This combine is the same kind of combine that's used for wheat and barley. It's been adapted to be used for corn. They expect some farmers around the region will use these techniques in the future.
We've got a lot more interest with other producers going out about 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers from Lloyd, so it's coming.
When we first talked about it, they thought we were kind of off the wall, but the more they thought about it, they said, yeah, hey, let's try this. And it's not as easy as growing corn in your garden, but hey, we just about made every mistake we could last year, and it worked out successfully.
Simpson hopes to plant more corn in the future.
There will be corn grown in the Lloydminster area.
Peter Quinlan, Newcap News.